Welcome to my village of Aldona, my parish, Aldona.
Hi, Father.
Hi.
Wow, it's been such an exciting morning. I have met so many groups, and everybody seems to have, seems to have so much of experience and years. But I've not come for that. I wanted to know a little bit more about you. Where are you from?
I'm from Moira,
Moira.
neighboring village.
Close by.
My mother's from Corje,
Oh, okay.
Aldona.
Yes.
I was born here and baptized in the same church.
Wow.
And I was happy to come back to this place.
Wow, oh, I did not know that. That's so beautiful. So you were technically baptized in this church?
In this church, yes.
Lovely. Do you have photographs of your baptism?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment, but we're going to find those. We would like
I
to
don't
see
think that time they took photographs. Yes,
probably,
yes,
but
probably.
if we can.
Maybe a child one, I have something.
Oh, lovely. So you know this parish growing up?
Yes.
Wonderful. And how many years has it been that you've been a priest now?
35 years. I was ordained in 83.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot of time, 35
yes.
years. Wonderful. And before this parish, you were...
I was at Kuncheli.
Okay, which
Mapsa, next to Mapsa.
Which is close by in the area.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
How is this parish? I have a feeling that this parish, Aldona, is a little different. What was your experience when you came?
Yes, first of all, it's large, big in area. And here we have 3 chaplaincies. So this is our central position here. It's a vibrant parish. People cooperate, they come, they work. We have something like Dadlian Zomo.
Yes, which is very surprising for me because I know some parishes where, Dadlian Zomo is not initiated or not yet active.
Yeah.
And here they're talking about it being there 6 years back and 7 years back.
Yes.
How, it's most organized, organizations, let's say, when we start them, they're very vibrant. But over the years, how do they manage to keep that vibrancy level?
Because, they are very much attached here to this parish.
Really?
Each ward has 1 or 2 representatives. And whenever there is something to be done, we just call one.
Oh, lovely.
Indeed.
That's nice. How do you feel coming back to the parish where you were baptized? Other than,
good.
Of course, good. What's the heartfelt feeling?
Good. It's my own place, my own people whom I know. Some of them at least, not all. But I'm happy to be here and to serve them. Serve my own people.
Lovely. The parish of Aldona has, of course, I have so much more to see, and I've just been invited over to eat some amazing food, so I'm going to be going there. But what about its scenic beauty? What would you recommend that I see while I'm here?
It's beautiful. You see the rivers flowing down.
Yes. Oh, that's the other thing. I've completely been told again and again there's an Altode and Poltode in the parish.
Yes.
This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Yes, because you see here just below the steps of the church.
Yes.
There was Tar Halyanga.
Oh.
Just to cross. Then ferry boat came. And now we have the bridge.
Okay.
So now it is a long way they come. But
must see this bridge.
Yes.
And what else I have to see when I'm in Aldona?
The other parts, like the families, villages, there are schools. St. Thomas Boys School there is, the St. Thomas Girls School there is. And there is a auxilium convent up in Karona.
Okay.
Yes. And our chaplaincies also. Chapels are there, Karona, Courgette, and Kitla.
Lovely. I'll see these places. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Father.
most welcome.
I still have so much to uncover and see.
yes,
And
you
I
will see.
hope that your 35 years of service just blooms even more. Thank you.
Thank
and I
you
shall
so
go
much.
ahead
Yeah.
and see a little bit more of Aldona.
Yes, sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi. So we were looking at the village and the beauty of Aldona. It's just so lovely, and we've also met the kids, and they were so vibrant and enthusiastic. You are from the catechist team, and you teach the kids. How do you manage to keep that vibrancy and joy and energy up?
Yeah, it's with the blessing of the Holy Spirit that these things move on, and the support of the parents, the animator, Father Mario, all the catechists who put in a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Although they are working, they still make it for the Sunday school.
Yes, and they
that's-
have meetings also.
Yes. So that's the real pleasure that we get. And the children are so vibrant and enthusiastic that they really want to move on.
Yeah, and there's a
with
big
faith in
group
God,
of
yes.
them. I think there are lots of kids,
There
right?
are around 270 children that
Wow.
we teach catechism. Yeah, and with regard to the activities that we hold, it's under the umbrella of the Diocesan Catechetical Center, which is celebrating Golden Jubilee this year.
Wow.
And we are fortunate to be part of that.
Lovely.
And our planning starts right in the month of April. No sooner the new executive committee is appointed. And we have a year-long planner. With that, we have activities like Mother's Day,
Correct.
then Grandparents' Day, then Annual Day, Sports Day.
Yes.
So it's a lot of activities. Apart from that, there's a lot of faith formation that is taking place.
With the kids?
Yes, with this, we have had a quiz on Mother Teresa,
Lovely.
then Saint Joseph Vaz, then we had on Father Agnel also. The children prepare themselves, and we have all the classes in the hall and the quizzes.
That must be a lot of preparation for you.
Yes,
The
a lot
kids
of
must
preparation.
enjoy
Yeah,
it.
Definitely,
but
they
it'll
look
be
forward to it. We have parable acting also,
Wow.
where the children are really motivated by the teachers,
Yes.
and it's full of enthusiasm. We have also what is called as the parent support group.
Oh, lovely.
So
I
that
think
makes
kids learn so much more when they're not just studying or reading.
Yes, right.
When they're doing and acting,
Yeah,
they take so much more back home.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
and,
lovely.
Catechism, of course, begins at home. So the true family catechists are their parents.
True.
And we just move ahead with them, giving them the push that and build the faith in them that, yes, with God, everything is possible.
Lovely. That's so nice to hear
Yes.
from you, and keep
Thank
doing
you.
the good
Thank
work.
you.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you very
sharing
much.
with us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that vision, because for so long I was thinking, about these many years putting together. It sometimes feels like it's just only a legacy and just a legend and not an action. But then I meet people like you and people like the youth and fathers and priests. I think they have not been here for 50 and 60 years, but they come here and become a part of this legacy and legend in a certain sense. So tell us, how do you take that legend forward in the bulletin?
This is a very powerful tool, the bulletin, because basically the whole life of the parish is reflected in terms of upcoming events, in terms of happenings in the parish, in terms of masses that are animated by whom, offered by whom.
Wow.
What every mass during the day. So you, suppose it's your friend or your relative, and you've decided to wear a red kurti like what you've got on,
Yes.
Jessica. I'll change into something subdued and blue
Yes.
because it's my friend's birthday and my friend's anniversary, and it's in the bulletin.
Yes.
And therefore you find this bulletin on the dining table of every home.
Yes.
And we print like 1,000 copies every month.
Wow, because you've got 1,700 odd homes.
Families, yes.
So
And exactly. And just in case somebody hasn't subscribed to the bulletin, but that's just 10 rupees a month.
Yes.
So then they can call out to the neighbor and say, just tell me whose mass is it tomorrow? Because
Yes.
this is a church-going community.
Yes.
Like I said earlier, we live back of beyond. So the way we think, the way we look at, at the purpose of our lives over here, is so different from if I weren't in Aldona.
yes.
So that makes it so beautiful.
It does. I'm beginning to see it now, because we've heard so many stories, and we've heard so much of vigor and enthusiasm put into it, that it finally makes perspective that I think it's not just a legacy of 2 days or a story that's just becoming. It's a story that has been and is growing, which is quite a tough task to keep, I must say.
It's not actually. This like we all look at it as a larger family. We are all connected. That makes it so special.
That
And
also makes it a
therefore-
very different ideology from everybody else, and everybody the way the world is thinking right
Exactly. Yeah, we don't find ourselves perceptual, like how we say, separate and special. I'm all connected, and if I feel superior to you, inferior to you, I'm failing in my faith. I'm failing in being a witness to Christ,
That's
which
true.
is reflected in the bulletin.
That's
like in
true.
so many times, like the Pope's letter
Yes.
for Mission Sunday, or all his ideas.
Yes.
Whatever the bishop has to say,
Correct.
whatever the parish priest has to say. So this is a kind of a way in which you can information can be passed on, and you're not in such a hurry to read it. You can after your dinner, you can take
Yes.
since it's on your dining table.
Yes. Also, it's called the voice of Saint Thomas, which
Yes.
is such a nice way of putting it. You know that you have a voice. A
You
church
have a
has a
voice,
voice.
and the last thing somebody ever lets go is his ability to listen,
That's
to hear.
true.
So
That's
before
true.
you let go, St. Thomas is calling you to something bigger than
That's a nice way to put it.
It's like
That's a nice way to put it. So you've got like for every month or every 2
every
months?
month.
Every month.
1,000
Oh.
copies.
Wow.
And we have to curtail because we've got so many people send in information, so we stop at 24 pages, except in the month of December when we accept advertisements. Because
Correct.
this is also a community where businesses are flourishing.
Correct.
Everybody may not be working here in Aldona,
Yes.
but how do you know? How do we know what you're doing? So you
Yes,
may be
that's
working
true.
in another part, but you wish the parishioners on behalf of your company or your firm
Yes.
during Christmas time.
That's
So
true.
that's a time when we also make good money, which helps us with our printing.
Of course,
the
yes,
whole
of
year.
course. I think that's a very smart way, a very ethical way of going about with it. You balance what you want, the opinion to reach the people, your voice to be heard.
And you're on your own 2 feet.
And
you're not depending on anybody, and
That's
and
true.
therefore this magazine can thrive and survive in today's day. And we also so you find first death anniversaries, birthdays,
yes.
because they pay like 2,000 for this outer cover and 1,500 for the inner
Inside,
covers, and there's never a time when we don't have advertisements. We have to say, not this time. I wish you'd come a little earlier.
Must be a
It's
tough
over."
job on you to say no.
Yeah, then you learn to do it with style and.
Style. I like that.
Oh, okay, maybe it's using, but you do learn to do it in a way that it doesn't hurt the other
That's
person.
true.
And
That's
okay.
nice. It's quite a task, I've never heard someone be passionate, and that's another thing I've seen about the parish. Everybody is passionate about what they do, where they are. It's like you're blooming where you're planted. You don't, someone doesn't want to do the bulletin and think, oh, the bulletin will be better. Everybody is just putting in so much of effort into what they're doing, and that's just so lovely to have.
We feel so validated doing these things. Like I feel if I hadn't, I might have not been who I am today.
Wow.
So therefore, it's time to give back.
True.
You've received so much from your parish. Can you
That's
not
true.
give in just 2 days in every month, just looking through and editing and
I don't think it's 2 days. You're being modest, but okay.
Yeah, there comes a time because everybody is of a caliber who contributes to this. So
That's
you're
true.
just shifting sentences up and down, or just
Yes.
maybe perhaps deleting one sentence.
True.
Things like that. So it's not such a big task. It's just that you get
You make it
disciplined
sound
about
simple.
that.
You make it sound simple, but very pretty. And I hope that the voice of Saint Thomas reaches out to many,
Thank
even outside
you.
Aldona. And
Thank
thank
you.
you for sharing with us the lovely, lovely work that you put in. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
God bless.
Jessica. God bless you.
Thank
too.
you.
Good day, friends. We are here in front of the St. Rita Chapel. And as you can see, this is the facade showing a picture of St. Rita of Cassia. We will now proceed to meet the chaplain, Father Mariano. We are now entering the chaplain's residence, and let me introduce to you, the chaplain. This is Father Maria. It's nice to meet you, Father.
You also, Dr. Nicola.
Yeah. St. Rita's Chapel has its own history. Would you like to briefly tell us something about its history?
Surely I would like to briefly tell about that. On 24 June 1864, St. Rita of Cassia Chapel was established by the order of Archbishop of Douai, João Crisóstomo de Amorim. Longest serving chaplains in the year 1921, the first residing chaplain, Father Tome Cordorio, 1921 to 1951. Second priest, Father Nicolau Xavier Mendes, 1954 to 1974.
Okay, that's good. So it's been almost 200-300 years for this chapel. Right. And what is special about Saint Rita of Cassia?
And she married at the age of 18 years, and she had 2 sons, and his husband was misbehaving, rude character. So she always prayed for her husband so she may become a better person. And also his husband was murdered due to some cause, and his 2 sons always want to take revenge on her father's murdering.
Mm-hmm.
But Saint Rita of Cassia prayed so this thing may not take place.
Okay.
And fortunately, the thing happened. The sons died.
Oh, is that so? Okay. Right. So in that sense, she is the patron of the impossible.
Impossible.
Very good. What is the strength or number of your people in this chapel?
The strength or number of the Corona parishioners, 250 families and 1,000 parishioners.
Oh, it's quite a large population. Okay. And what are the activities you have in this place?
In this place, there are youth association, catechetical association, Legion Mary, altar ladies, Fabrica association, Confraria association, and club Saint Rita association.
So in other words, you don't have any direct link with the St. Thomas main church. These are associations functioning here, not through the church.
Not through the
Okay. And are you happy with them on all these associations?
Yes. So I'm running on 4th year as a chaplain of Corona.
Okay.
And I see in these years, every year things are moving upwards.
Okay. And what about vocations? Do you get any vocations from Corona?
Right now, there are no young vocations. Former days, there were good vocations.
Okay. So what message would you like to give your parishioners in Corona?
I want to give a small message to Corona. Live a simple life. Do something positive. And always have an open mind to better yourself day by day.
Thank you, Father. It was nice talking to you, and all the best in your ventures over here.
Thank you very much. Huh?
All right, we're here with the youth group now. I think one of the most vibrant groups. We've heard about the fetes you all have organized and everything that you do and you help all the time. Father Mario is the animator. Thank you so much for being with us here. Father Mario, can you throw some light into what the youth does and what are the activities?
Yeah. So this youth group started some 40 years back.
Wow.
And that time there was a mixture of both the working youth and the studying youth. And presently we have almost like 50 to 70 youth who take part in youth activities, come for mass, attend meetings. And throughout the year we have different activities. And these activities are mainly regarding 3 topics like the formation for them, the fellowship, the service. And the youth actively take part in all these activities. So we have some of the youth, they will share their experiences and also the activities.
Sure. Tell us something about your activities that you do.
Okay, our activities are divided into 3 parts. One is for fellowship, formation and service. Under formation, we have our inaugural youth mass. Then we have sessions for the youth. Usually we call the John Paul Foundation for Sports. They come and they give us many interactive sessions, games and all of that. Then under service, we have visit to an orphanage, visit an asro. Then the Good Friday Mandavol is been done by the youth. Then we have youth contribute something for the Holy Week to give it to for Easter. Then under fellowship, we have youth hikes, picnic, Xmas sharings.
Oh, that's nice. That seems like a very full year of a lot of things to do with the youth. What about you? What are your experiences?
My experience is like जायती वर्सां फाटी जे कितें जाल्लें ते वर्सान वर्स जायते दुसरे भाशेन जायत वता ओके नवें दुसरो ग्रूप जेन्ना भुरगीं युथान जॉयन जाता तांचे बरें मिसळ जाता एके भाशेन तांचे आनी आमचे मदें बरो संबंद मग ज्योत्मीक वाटेन बरें वाडलें लायक जेन्ना कसली मिसाची मांदावळ आहली ती म्हाका बरोवंक सोयेक मेळ्ळो सो दुसरे भाशेन एक आमी एडोरेशन सर्वीस करता म्हयन्याची सो तेतून म्हाका भाग घेवन तितून मांदावळ करून दुसऱ्या एक्टिविटीजींनी पार्ट घेवन एके भाशेन एक उर्बा हाडली आनी हीच उर्बा आमी दुसऱ्या सवें आयज पासून दाखयता.
That's very nice. एक उर्बा एकठांय जावन करूंक आनी एक growth, the growth that changes. Yeah, I think
एकामेका सवें संबून आनी उदीक वाडटा.
That's nice. What about you?
I've been in this youth group for the past 10 years now.
Wow, 10 years is a long time.
Yeah, and year by year, there's always something different that takes place, whether it be in the spiritual side or we organizing something or contributing to something. There's always togetherness, and year by year, we are happy to invite more youth, and it's good to see the number grow every year.
That's nice. Well, we wish you the very, very best. And I have heard a lot about the fests that the youth used to organize. Are you still organizing the fests over here around? I believe you had done, the fest was organized to raise funds earlier. Yeah, you all should do something so all of the youth all over Goa can come back to Aldona and join in with your fun. But thank you so much for sharing with us. And we hope to see some more of the great works that the youth of Aldona have done. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Say the full thing. Good afternoon, friends. This is CCR TV, and we are about to enter the St. Thomas Girls High School premises. Welcome to have a look at what this girls' school has for us. So here we are, and it's such a beautiful place with two grounds. One to my right, one to the left, and very soon we shall be meeting the principal of the school. So come along with me. So to begin with, as we were entering, I saw two distinct names. One was Rosa Mystica Convent, and the other was St. Thomas Girls High School. Would you like to share with us the distinction between these two?
Rosa Mystica Convent is the residence of the sisters staying there. We are Apostolic Carmel sisters, and St. Thomas Girls High School is run by this society, that is Rosa Mystica Convent Sisters.
Very good. So in other words, the Rosa Mystica Convent is the mother house.
Yes,
And
yes.
this is one of the branches.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So when was the school founded?
It was founded in 1948. Before that, the late Mr. Edward Suarez was the founder of the St. Thomas High School, and in 1948 he handed over to us the girls section, and then it was named as St. Thomas Girls High School.
And was there ever a boarding for girls here?
There was earlier a boarding where we used to help the young girls.
But now it's not run anymore.
Now, no.
Okay. As I look around, lots of changes have taken place because I have been interacting with the school many years. Can you share with us what are some of the major changes that have taken place?
Major changes, like in the school there are many activities, and most of our girls are exposed to those activities where they take part in sports as well as other co-curricular activities like singing competition, then spelling bee. These are all the other activities that children go and they bring the name. They have got many laurels for the school going out in the name of the school. And also our building is renovated, our classrooms, as well as we have a big hall now at present that is named after our foundress, Mother Veronica. We are completing 150 years since we started this congregation.
So 150 years is a long time.
Yes.
And you must have had a grand celebration.
Yes, we did have. Last year we had on 24th of November. We had.
Tell me, sister, I'm sure there are the community nuns also participating in the school, or are you the only one?
No, we are 3 sisters in the high school, including me, and 1 sister in the KG. And manager, Sister Lorena is the manager, and she's also in charge for the KG block.
Okay. And when it comes to the school participating, I have noticed there are nice grounds that you have constructed.
Yes.
One is, I think, a basketball ground, and what is the other?
Volleyball and throw ball. And every day in the mornings from 6:30 to 7:30, we have a coach who comes, Joseph. He coaches our children, and those girls come. And we also take part in the volleyball and throw ball. This time we are also taking part in football and basketball matches.
Excellent. And
yes,
you must be winning there also.
Yes, yes.
Because as I'm looking at some of the cups that you have had.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
And when it comes to the students, what is the charism that you have in bringing them up?
Our charism is God alone suffices. So we try to give the importance of prayer in the life of our students, and then also to make them strong to face the challenges of today, so that they face joyfully and with love, and also they render service to others.
What is the strength of your school?
It is 620 from 1st to the 10th, and KG we have around 100, so that makes around 700.
So it's a big number, big number.
Yes, yes.
And what about the teachers? How many do you have?
Teachers we have around 19, and plus we have non-teaching staff around 6 of them, and plus KG 3 teachers plus non-teaching staff there, and we have also school bus, so we have there also non-teaching staff those who help us.
I remember when I was attending the B.Ed classes here, there were hardly any men folk. What about today?
There were 2 Hindi professors, sirs, and they have just retired. One retired last year and one this last academic year in April. And we have 1 sir now for the time being. And that is the thing. So we encourage.
So I guess the majority would be the female.
Female, yes.
staff.
Since it is a girls' school, we encourage female teaching staff.
Okay.
Yes.
And overall, I think you are rated quite high in the village. I mean, I'd like to say that because many people aim for good schools, and today good schools are few and far between. Yeah? So I would like to find out what is the secret.
Mostly we are catering to the value-based education, and through various subjects what they are learning, even through that we are bringing out the values. And our teachers also are hardworking, they put in a lot of efforts, and giving the PowerPoint presentation also, we take them for the field trips, and we also show them some inspiring movies and some inspiring short like films. Yes, we do that, and they are given some examples how to bring about the change what they want and how they will do it. So these are the ways that we bring out, and also our sisters are there in the convent who are praying, and students go to pray in the chapel. So that is something bringing about a joyful spirit where they give God the first place to pray, and they take blessings from every sister in the convent. Those are not in the active life, but they are in the convent now, retired. And so students go there and they take blessings from everybody, every sister who comes. And that is what God asks us to do. And our founders wanted girls to be educated, so they are the ones who will bring about change in the society. So that is what we try to give and bring out the best in our students. And first of all, being the model to them, giving examples of our own lives, and they see and they imitate. And we look forward to our patroness also, Saint Thomas, who was the patron of faith. So we look forward to that and bringing up, making their faith stronger, to be dedicated citizens, not only of India but over the world, with standing for different values that bring about a change.
Now you have a wide range from nursery or KG
Yes.
right up to the SSC,
Yes.
and I guess everything is not smooth sailing. So when it comes to parents, what message do you have for them, if you have any?
Parents, yes, I have a message to the parents that they have to give time to the students, because they lack giving that time what they need, the attention that the children need. Because in today's world, everybody is busy giving things, but that is not the thing that children are looking for. So parents must spend and give that time, valuable time, not just being there, but allowing them to speak, or how was the day in the school, what did they like, what were the subjects, and listening to them. And then taking them also for some outings together, so that brings about a family bonding, having the food together, and giving up the mobiles maybe, not giving the mobiles to the children, saying that we give everything to the children, but that is not only the need. They have to spend quality time and give them that love and joy that the child needs.
That's an excellent message. So I guess through all this, in conclusion, you may be having many vocations coming from the Aldona girls.
Yeah, nowadays it is really difficult, but still children, many of them say we want to join. Now also they were saying, some of them from 10th, 8th and all, and we try to be in touch with those students, visiting their homes, and also having some camps for them, imparting our charism to them, maybe through Carmel treasure retreats we have, and we also have Carmel blossoms, where they come in touch with us and see our life, and then they go in service to others.
Excellent. And I'm so happy to have this conversation with you. Keep it up, sister. And thank you once again for having us. All the best in your future
Thank you
ventures.
very much, sir,
God
for
bless.
giving us also this chance to share about our school and our charism that we carry on. Kindly keep us in your prayers,
As
and
much
God
as
bless
you
you.
can keep us
Yes,
and
surely.
CCR TV in
Yes.
your prayer.
God
Okay?
bless you all.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello friends, we are CCR TV and on the threshold of the Maidadeus Chapel in Kodjue. Welcome. So friends, we are about to enter the Maidadeus Chapel, Kodjue. And as we see, here is Father Prinda, the chaplain of Maidadeus Chapel. Welcome, Father. And good evening. And thank you on behalf of CCR TV for inviting us to share in your beautiful chapel and learn more about it. Okay? So let's proceed to the main altar. Well, friends, here we are on a very unique spiral staircase, and I've hardly seen any such spiral staircases. So, Father, there must be a history to this chapel. Would you like to share with us some of the history?
Now, initially, this chapel was built during the tenure of Archbishop Dom João de Santa Rita Botelho. Now, this chapel is situated in this island of Corjué, in a picturesque island of Corjué. And when this initiative was taken by the Archbishop in the 18th century, there was the landlord of this place who donated this land of around 1,500 square meters to build this chapel. And the chapel came into existence in 1855 on May 3rd, when the Archbishop, the same Archbishop, Dom João de Santa Rita Botelho, gave the provisão de ereção, the decree for erection of this chapel. And then this chapel came into being, and so the religious services started being held here in the chapel. Our ancestors, the ancestors of this village, have put in unstinted efforts and put lot of hard work in building this chapel. Primarily, the ancestors were people who would do farming and working class people. And so they put a lot of efforts to see that the chapel is being when the chapel was being built, and they did all their best to see that the chapel saw the light of day.
You said this was an island, but I guess today we cannot call it an island because there is a bridge connecting the mainland with the island. And yet, the island characteristics where the people are united and there's a lot of love and fellowship must be still existing, isn't it? Yes. What have you to say about the people?
आमचो लोक मोगाळ, कडजाण मोगाळ, उदार, आणि they are warm, friendly people who will accept one another, and they have a good, rich unity among themselves. Whenever there's a cause, they surely come together and do something for the chapel, or any religious activity that we have in the chapel is well organized by these Samudai leaders in our wards that are there. And they are very warm, they are very encouraging. And just call them for some activity and they will come. That is the nature of our people, very loving, very friendly, and they are outgoing, they are ready to help, they are generous also in nature.
So Father, this place, as we said, is an island, and it also has a school, and I understand that you are the manager of the school. Can you give us some information about the school in terms of the number of students?
आमचें स्कॉल जें आसा पळय तें कोपेलाच्याच नांवान आसा, मायंदेदेवस हाय स्कूल. आनी ह्या स्कॉलांत आमी न्हूच फकत कुर्जुयेंच्या भुरग्यांक शिक्षण दिता, पूण भायलीं भुरगीं पासून आदीं सावन ओदीक करून आतां म्हूण तितलें ना, पूण आदीं फाटल्या वर्सांनी, फाटल्या 10 वर्सां ओदीक फाटीं गेल्यार आल्दोना सावन पर्यान जेन्ना पूल नासलो तेन्ना ती सांगतात ते भाशेन 3 फेरीबोटी पासून भुरगीं बरून स्कॉलान येतालीं, इतली सारकी भुरगीं आसतालीं स्कॉलान. पूण आतां मातशें उणें जालां कित्याक आतां ब्रीज जाला म्हणटकूच आमचीं भुरगीं आल्दोना वेता शिकोंक म्हणटकूच मातसो आमच्या कातोलिकांचो आंकडो भुरग्यांचो उणो आहा. But we cater to children from other religions, other communities also. Around roughly, I can say we have around 600 students, 600 to 800, I can say we have students. We have classes up till SSC. But primarily to tell you, frankly, the Catholic students are less in number. They will be around 50, 55, only that much. But then more are migrant students. And no doubt our school is doing well in spite of that. Doing well. We have good class of teachers. आनी आमकां चडसो म्हणूंक जाता म्हाज्यान 100% रिजल्ट पडटा. Okay, mostly on an average. But गेल्या वर्सा मातशें वयर सकयल जालें पूण normally it is 100% result that we get in the school in the SSC board exams.
Now, speaking of the chapel proper, you must be having certain associations and a whole lot of activities. So, what are the different associations you have, and in particular, what are the activities you have, maybe for youth, to draw them together?
Now, to tell you frankly, we have a large number of youth, but in the past there was not a formal youth group, as we call it, parish youth group, no formal group as such. But this year, since I became a chaplain from June, I have taken some initiative, I could say, to gather the youth together. So now, since I'm here now, almost now 3 or 4 months now, I made a call to the youth to come together. And I've got around 30 youth members, just as a group. We have not yet formed a formal parish youth group. But then there are many activities that are held in this chapel, but you will wonder how it is being held. We don't have a PPC, the Parish Pastoral Council, as we have in Aldona. But since this is a chapel, we have Samudaya Fudari, we have ward leaders, and they take initiative. They gather the parishioners together, and many activities are held. We had an activity recently in July that was Grandparents' Day. Nice programs were put up by the children, the students also, the youth also, and the elders. They also participated. Nice program we had for Grandparents' Day, Mother's Day. We have celebrations. Then we have something in the month of October known as the Rosary Rally, wherein the people of this island come together, and with Our Lady we go out in a procession, a penitential procession, since the month of October is a month of the Rosary. So normally at the end of the month they have this Rosary Rally within the island itself. Now we have also, to tell you frankly, the number of parishioners that we have here are 900, or around 900 parishioners. I could say 274 families, but 50 houses, you could say, are closed because there is a lot of migration abroad. Or the UK gele tode, Canada gele, US also. We have our people migrating there, and there are around 225, I could say, families here. 10 wards. We have 16 samudais, and we have 8 PPC members from our chapel, and each samudai has around 2 ward leaders from each samudai. So it will come to 32. We have leaders in the wards that see to the activities that are held in the chapel.
So, Father, there are feasts and devotions throughout the year. You spoke of a procession that you have in the month of October. What are the other feasts that you have?
The patron of this chapel is Mãe de Deus, Mother of God. The chapel is dedicated to Mother of God. And this feast we celebrate normally on the second Sunday of Easter. That's the tradition they have. Wherein people who are abroad or even outside Goa, when they come for holidays, it is much easier to celebrate, to have a larger community and celebrate the feast with full religious fervor. Besides that, we have two other feasts that are held. One is the feast of Saint Anthony, Sant Antonice Fest, 13th of June. And preceding this feast, we have Trezena, 13 days of novena, as a preparation for this feast. And there is a sizable a number of people who come during this novena, since Goa has the devotion of Saint Anthony, and so people even from Aldona, from Moira, from this area, from this deanery, happen to come here for this novena, Trezena, and the feast of Saint Anthony. And then, as you know, that normally in all the churches, almost in all the churches in Goa, we celebrate the feast of the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary. That feast we celebrate on September 8th. Preceding that feast, we have 9 days of novena. And on that day, we have the Mother's Day celebration that takes place. Now we have Altar Servers Association here, then we have the Catechetical Association doing a very good job in catechizing our people, our children in the aspect of faith. Then we have some other groups also, like intercessory prayer groups, Legion of Mary. They also contribute to the spiritual growth of the parish, spiritual growth of the chapel area, and also contribute in various ways in organizing the different activities that are held throughout the year in the chapel.
So, as we conclude, there are challenges, and though you have spent just 3 or 4 months here, you're doing a good job. And on behalf of CCR TV, and we want to wish you all the best in the years ahead for you as chaplain here or wherever the Lord takes you. So thank you once again, and God bless you. Yes. Okay.
It's been a great day at Aldona Parish, and I can't help but feel nostalgic about the heritage, nostalgic about the culture, nostalgic about the stories and the energy. It seems like we can be so proud to be a part of a community that's so vibrant, and certainly be so proud to be a part of a village, a place. Aldona has shown me a different side to what it means to be joined to a church, not for a short span of time, but for years. It is also the nostalgia of commitment and of belonging to a beautiful place. I think I take back with me memories and words and wisdom of ages that were somehow tucked in, wrapped up, packed in nooks and corners of the entire beautiful church that I've just seen. I hope you liked it. And if you haven't yet been to the Aldona Parish, I think it's time to take your car out, drive there, and just see the beauty of what a heritage we have.
वो आल्दोनचो मांडो मार्टिन पिंटो खुर्जयचो आणे घडलोलो. आल्दोना कसलोच ओकाज्यां वासत जाल्यार वो आल्दोनचो मांडो आमी गायल्या बगोर रावना. आज तुमचे मुखार डानिके डिक्रूज आनी हांव नेल्सन डिक्रूज वो मांडो तुमचे मुखार दवरतां.
Urunyo kopan tuja स्वतानी गांव दुसरो आमच्या मायदेसा वसलो ना ना केदीस ना सुंचो स्वतानी गांव दुसरो आमच्या मायदेसा वसलो ना ना केदीस ना सुंचो मुखेली गांव तू बार्देसो सोयबीत सोयमान तुका नेटोयलो शेता दोंगरांनी बोलोलो मांडोवी नदीन तुका सुलगायलो Aldona मायदेसू आमचो आसोतानी गांव दुसरो आमच्या मायदेसा वसलो ना ना केदीस ना सुंचो आसोतानी गांव दुसरो आमच्या मायदेसा वसलो ना ना केदीस ना सुंचो तुझे पयस पावल्यार मानका केदीस विसरचे ना तुका आयज ते